shit. I accidentally clicked the thing. That's going to fuck my shit up. Dr. Steamboat was an eyewitness to all of it, but he is not a very honest guy, and he's non-confrontational. So he would never tell anyone the truth about what happened. Nobody doubted me, but we went to Scotland, and to show you, this is what kind of psychopath she is, the theater she was in, we were all working at this theater that had 3 different theaters in it, the green room. And I got there, and they weren't ready yet for the festival. You know, they were behind on carpentry and all kinds of stuff, soundproofing the 3 theaters. You could hear the 3 theaters bleeding into each other. It was pretty bad. I mean, really bad. There were holes in the floor. I mean, and I was like, and they needed work, and I was like, oh shit, I'll get paid twice as much to work here, do carpentry here. Yeah, let's fix this shit. So, and remember, it was the first couple days, so we had a lot of work to do, and we had to do it fast. Plus, we had to do it after the shows. There were shows from like 10 a.m. in the morning till 2 a.m. or whatever, 4 a.m. So we had to do the carpentry after hours. And Whipple, Dr. Steve Whipple, Michael I, from the Pizzas, is also a carpenter. So him and I were working, trying to get this stuff done. Now, we were doing it partially because Delfino was all upset that her theater, she could hear the show below her and distracted her during her show. And I was her drummer in the show. And Dr. Steve Whipple was a voiceover playing vagina. And 3 of us were part of her show. And, oh man, there's so many good stories. I have to leave them all out, maybe forever. What a sad, sad fact. Stay focused. So it was the first, I believe it was the first night, right? The first night we're doing carpeting, me and Dr. Steambuckle. It's 2 in the morning, or even maybe later. And the bar is still open. There's still partying and stuff, but him and I are in this big closet doing carpentry. And we're partially doing it because Jessica's show is fucked up by the sound leakage. Jessica marches there from the apartment. She knew I was going to be up she knew him and I were going to be up all night working late till whatever, 3 or 4. I don't know. I don't remember what the plan was. But we weren't going to work an all-nighter that first night. And we took a break. We were working for hours. We took a break. We got free beers. All right. Some tasty beers, free sandwiches. It's like, all right, take a break. She walks in while we're taking our break and says, you fucking asshole. I'm at home alone while you're fucking sitting here fucking partying. I'm not joking. You can ask Danny. I'm not like exaggerating the way she screams at me and stuff. Everyone saw it. Remember, she tried to punch out a fucking 13-year-old. She got in a fist fight and she punched out a stranger at the knitting factory. She's a violent psychopath. And no one does her friends don't do her favors when they fucking protect her and say, no, Jessica, you're not a monster. No, Jessica, no, it's okay that you threaten people. It's okay that you use violence all the time. That's fine. No, you're shitty friends, okay, assholes? You think you're supporting her, you're not. You're fucking ruining her life too, you dumb fucks. So, Jessica was super, super aggressive and barking and blah, 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 and fucking haranguing the shit out of me. So finally, so we're walking back to the flat, and she's nagging and nagging and nagging. I'm just tired. I'm so tired of it. You shouldn't be scared of your loved one every day of your life. You know, I'm a busy human being. I'm busier than anybody else in history. I don't have time to be fighting over the same stupid fake fights over and over and over again. And you can reason with her. You know, we have the evidence. It's like, oh, we have evidence. Look here what we're working on. You can see all our tools are still set up. We're in the middle of we're taking a fucking break, you dumb fucking psychopath. And she was violent again with me in front of Dr. Steamboat on the walk home. And I just said, you know what? Because she'd say things like, well, I got to dump you. All my friends say I got to dump you. You're a fucking terrible boyfriend. I said, you know what? You're right. We should break up. It's over. And I'm a man of my word. And I said, it's over. You got what you wanted. You pushed me away. It's over. And she flipped out. And for the next month, she spent it crying every day, telling people I dumped her, crying during Rachel's show, during the morning show we were doing. It's an entertaining show, and we have Delfino crying backstage, crying during the show. Real drag. It was all her fault. And remember, she had asked for this hundreds of times, but she was, of course, playing head games. And I don't deal with fucking head games. And Jessica just made everybody's life hell. for those 30 days. And blah, 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 blah. Long story short, well, long story, still very long. Then we went to London. We were in London for a week and a half, whatever, and we didn't deal with Jessica at all. Me and the Tragedy stayed together, and Delfino could fuck off. Go fuck off. I still drummed behind her for a couple shows in London because her act was a million times better with me on the drum kit, my drum pad. Really much better. You should listen to her songs without my drums and then her songs with my drums, night and day. And I'm not saying that as an egotist. There are some of her songs where I said, no, there should not be any drums on it. Lullaby, which also turned out, I later found out she didn't come up with it. David Danzig did. He came up with that. That's one of her masterpieces. And she didn't come up with it. I mean, she's partially responsible for it. But he was the one who came up with the smart idea, the whole concept. That song, nope, the song should not have any percussion whatsoever. So stop fucking thinking I'm an egotistic retard like the rest of you. I'm not. I wish I was. Life would be a lot easier if I was a Nazi in Nazi Germany instead of a Jew in Nazi Germany, and if I was not the only Jew in Nazi Germany. So in London I did some gigs with her too, and then when she got back too, because she got sympathy from everybody. My boyfriend dumped me in Scotland. My boyfriend dumped me, so she gets sympathy. Yeah, over the months that mutated into I dumped his ass. Because she realized she wanted to be strong and she wanted to be the winner. Just childish, just awful human being. And we were still sometimes friendly after we returned to New York. Oh, we still lived together. Well, this isn't that interesting. We still lived together. And we still fucked. But it was a question of like, all right, how are we going to... You're going to have to move out because I had the lease, even though my apartment was fucking awesome. We ran a business together. Well, we have several businesses together, including running the apartment as like a hotel or something. And it was great. And so we were still going to run it. And she got up, I can't digress. There's so many amazing stories. I got to keep this tight. Like the business, she had this idea of expanding her business. And I said, that's retarded. Here, it can't work. Here's why. A, B, C, D. You're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking asshole. Her business collapsed in 30 days. Well, under 30 days, it collapsed. Wow, I'm pretty good. I am not bad. I can only list about 300 million times my ESP has been flawless. You say 300 million, that's ridiculous. That's 5,000 times a day. It's like, yeah, I actually come up with more than 5,000 things in a day sometimes. Dumb fucks. Remember, it takes me exactly 1 second for my ESP to kick in. 1 second. When the terrorists said, we will be back to, or the official story was, we will return to destroy the Twin Towers. Light bulb goes off in my head. That's 1 second light bulb. It says, jet airplanes. You see? ESP. To prove the whole world wrong takes literally 1 second. So don't tell me, you can't be doing it many times. Also, you have to remember, every day in the future, the human race is going to be wrong on almost every single topic. And it's all stuff that I was right about when I was 10 years old. No mysteries here, okay? The human's wrong about everything. Barack Obama, it was the first second it was clear he was a Manchurian candidate put forward by the corporations. Duh. It took me 1 second to figure that out. And nobody else could. And now they'll say, well, he's disappointing. You know, he's really just maintaining all of Bush's policies. You think who could have predicted it? Fuck off. You people deserve worse than fucking George Bush and Bloomberg. Anyhow, I have no idea what the time is now. Burp. I'll spare you all the details of her moving out, starting her business, failing instantly, and then her begging to take me back. I mean, she came and cried, please stay, let me move back in. It's like, no, I don't go backwards. I'm not a human, remember? I'm an alien. And I don't repeat the same mistake twice, okay? And I refuse to. I cut her off like fucking cold turkey. I'm very good at that. When I became a vegetarian overnight, I never went back ever again, even when I was starving. And so that was it. She ended up getting another boyfriend. That's how cheesy she is. You'll notice she never is single. She goes from steady boyfriend to steady boyfriend because she can't be alone. It's like she hates herself. And maybe she should. And every time she gets a new boyfriend, she says, "Oh, it's my dream guy." It's like, wow, you're real lucky that you always find your dream guy immediately after your last guy relationship collapses. And she always changes her stories too. She said Kurt Metzger dumped her. She cheated on Kurt Metzger. She cheated on Roger Hales. She's just a fucking terrible person. And I tried to fix her, but it's not possible. And everyone else tried to make her worse. Not one other person tried to help her. So then she kept spreading lies about me. We were still friends. We still worked together on a few things. We were going to put Hana Pussy back together again. She invested $1,000 in my art factory a year later. All kinds of things like that. We still had a working relationship. We were like a divorced couple. And I still had a spot in my heart that she would always hold, blah, 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 and vice versa. Well, she was still madly in love with me. I mean, I'm the greatest fucking human being of all time. You don't have any idea how fucking great I am because you don't know almost anything about me. I am superhuman in every way. And, I mean, I might even be the greatest lover of all time, but most of my exes aren't going to tell you that. And for the wrong reasons. Like, Rev Jen can say to everybody, "Oh, Christopher was terrible in bed." She's absolutely right, because I didn't want to have sex at all. I was trying to be celibate and have self-discipline and be strong. So I never did Reverend Jen right once. Not at all. She has a right to say I'm a terrible lover. But she should tell people the truth. She shouldn't say I was bad in bed. She'd say he was bad in bed because I ruined his celibacy. He was still mentally trained for celibacy and to resist his human nature, etc., etc., etc. So you can't get a much worse lover than that. But Delfino, I made sacrifices for Delfino that I had made for no other female in my life. You know, she was that special, and she didn't appreciate it. So fuck off. And so, but then 2 years went by. She lost me my apartment. Some dirty tricks when I was on tour with Kate Nash. Lost me my fucking rent-free apartment with a fucking balcony. I had a fucking 6th floor balcony, elevator building, all marble, fucking wonderful building in Chinatown. Everything about it I loved. It was a fucking dream come true. She lost it as revenge while I was on tour. She was supposed to be running the business, and she fucking stabbed me in the back. Fucking monster. And that's what led to the catastrophe, the whole collapse of my life and everything, my life savings, my life's work, everything from that act, that one dishonest act. She eventually, but so now, after we broke up, she continued to lie about me behind my back every day, so I couldn't defend myself and lie more and more and more because she got her sympathy, and people then would like her more and feel sorry for her, etc., and just lie and lie and lie and smear me and smear me and smear me. She had to, because if she had seen me with another girl, she would have been crushed. Her heart would have been broken. Jessica's going to be in love with me for the rest of my life. There's nothing we can do about it. She wanted to have kids with me. We were going to get married, everything. And remember, her biological clock was ticking. She was like 33 when I dumped her. So it's like, what is she going to do now? The man she wanted to have kids with and spend her whole life with, and who saved her life and was responsible for all her songs and everything, her manager, everything gone, all of it gone, through her violence and dishonesty. You know, it's not like it happened overnight. She lost everything. She was obviously bitter, and justifiably bitter, but she had no one to blame but herself. And so she wanted to destroy every inch of my life. She ruined my career. She ruined my ability to get girls to date me or anything like that. She spread all kinds of lies to women about me, so no girl would ever date me. She did. That's just 2 examples. She ruined every inch of my life. She got me banned from shows. She did all kinds of stuff. And I got really fucking, it just got worse every month after we broke up. It got worse and worse. A year later, worse and worse. Every month, exponentially worse than the month before. I found out there's people all over the world smearing me online on her behalf. All kinds of scary shit. Super legal shit. And I kept telling her and our best mutual friend, David Danzig, who's a scumbag now, he had sometimes stuck up for me and said to Jessica, you can't, he was also her boss. It's like, Jessica, you can't do that. That's not smart. That's not right. Sometimes he was fair, a referee. But I kept saying to him, I said, listen, she's got to go public. She's got to recant. She's ruined every inch of my life. she has to come forward and come clean for two reasons. One, I'm going to go public. Because remember, I wasn't going public with all this stuff. I was keeping it secret that I had written all of her songs, her biggest hits, because I didn't want to discredit her. My goal wasn't to hurt her. My goal was I just couldn't date her anymore. I still wanted to work with her and make music with her and write with her and stuff. I just didn't want to date her or live with her or be that close to her and be terrorized by her every day. But I still wanted to make music with her and things like that. And so I said to him, listen, for 2 years I've been biting my lip about all these secrets. I have all kinds of damaging secrets that will prove she lied to everyone about me. I have all kinds of smoking guns, and I'm holding them back because my goal is not to destroy her life. I spent 4 years building her career. I don't want to destroy her career. I spent 4 years making her life great. Why would I want to destroy all that work? I don't. And I don't think he was that much help, but I kept saying, it's like, listen, I'm going to blow the whistle. It's getting worse and worse every day. I have to go public. It would be better if it comes from her. And she says, hey, everyone, I said a lot of things about Christopher that were not true because I was angry and hurt. They'll all understand it. They've all been there. I'm the only human in history who never said anything when he was angry that he didn't say when he was happy. I've never made a statement in my life out of anger to try and hurt somebody. That's retarded. It's like punching a wall when you're angry. You got to be a retard to punch a wall when you're angry. You got to be a retard to kick something or throw something or slam a door when you're angry. I've never slammed a door when I'm angry. Why would you do that? It's retarded. You want to get your frustrations out? Play the drums. Squeeze a pillow. There's a million ways to get your frustrations out that aren't fucking punching a wall, retards. Humans are retards. So, anyhow, I wish I could put more of the fun stuff in this diary. So sad. It got worse and worse, and I finally said, like, you guys, it's getting close. I'm just about ready to go public with a lot of shit. Still, Delfino was like, nope, you're a fucking jerk. Everyone knows you're a fucking jerk. I'm like, well, the bad news for you, there's video proving your plagiarism. There's all kinds of stuff. Physical proof. And she wouldn't. So I finally said, all right, stage one. I'm going public with a couple of your scandals that are going to hurt you. You are going to come fucking clean and admit you fucking lied about everything, or else your life is going to be as bad as mine is when people find out what you did. Example, her and I fucked after she moved in with her new boyfriend. Uh-oh. You can imagine that's a pretty devastating fact. He's not going to be happy about that. And I finally went public with that. I went public with the fact that, I still have holding tons of secrets about her. I haven't gone public yet. We're only in stage 2 of like a 10-stage thing. She has to at some point in time go public. If she had assets, I'd sue the fuck out of her, but she doesn't really have any assets. I went public with the fact that I wrote all her songs, or most of her biggest hits, her smartest material. And there's plenty of proof of that, too. All kinds of things she took credit for. So now Delfino couldn't prove any of these things wrong. So she had to silence me. So she said, I'm going to do what everyone else did before me, Giuliani and Bloomberg. I got sympathy from people and money from people and all kinds of stuff when Christopher was in jail on false charges of harassing City Hall. I'm going to use the same dirty tricks against him now. And this is going to have to be a different diary because it's a whole story unto itself, her having me arrested and all the fucking stunts she did. But, so that'll be a completely different diary entry, probably called Delfino has CXB arrested or something like that. But, so we're going to end this one with the point that she tried to have me arrested 4 times on completely fictional charges. She succeeded twice. The first arrest was so fake, they dropped it 3 weeks later. That's very rare. It is very rare that they drop a charge, an arrest, 3 weeks later. Almost never happens. So that should tell you how bad it is. And the last charge is still pending. My lawyer in that case, Shaili Sagnahotri, should go down in history as one of the worst lawyers of all time. She has broken hundreds and hundreds of laws to fuck me over. That's why I'm in this court building right now. Well, it's 5 different reasons I'm in this court building right now. Not only because I have no place to stay tonight, but also because I was in this building, because I have to fucking do motions now to do a fucking motion to vacate a fucking order by this fucking stupid judge because Charlie Huntley broke federal law in order to fuck me over. I don't know that it's smart to have a female lawyer and a female judge when it's a fucking domestic violence court, because they might have a bias. Although my lawyer seemed relatively honest at first. She always said, like, no, in these cases, the judge is definitely biased for the female, no matter what side the female is on in the case. And, so many of the females lie. So many females lie, which everybody knows, but we like to keep that secret. Everyone agrees women are much crazier than men are. Sorry. So that's where this diary is going to end. The plagiarist, currently known as Jessica Delfino, and all the stuff she has created, she's still doing the same jokes from 6-7 years ago. All the songs she's written since I dumped her are awful. It's like, how can people ignore the fact that her material sank like a fucking rock as soon as I broke up with her, and that her career fucking started flatlining again, and she made hundreds of fucking career mistakes. Sometimes she's like, no, I did 10 shows in London. It's like, okay, that doesn't count. That's like when Van Hagar said, we're selling more records than David Lee Roth's Van Halen. Yeah, because of inertia, you fucking asshole. Dickhead liars. So it's really depressing. I spent 4 years of my life building a fucking mansion of art. Delfino's career. She destroyed and burnt the whole thing to the ground. People are like, just leave it, let it go. Let it go? I'm going to burn your fucking house to the ground and all your life's work. And I want to see you let it go, you fucking liars. You fucking hypocrites. Remember, humans are scum. End of part 5.